Hey everyone, wanted to show you a quick app that I've built using solely natural language and Copilot agent mode. So I started with this ERD diagram that I downloaded. It's a set of entities and some relationships. And initially I asked Copilot agent to create a TypeScript API for this, which it did. It created an API. I then added unit tests. You can see I have around 80% coverage of unit tests for the back end. And so that gave me a functional API. I then spent a couple hours prompting to create the front end. And I've actually collected some of the more salient prompts that I used to create the front end. And so this is all fairly straightforward English descriptions that I gave to Copilot agent to iterate over. Now, it wasn't quite as smooth as this. There were times when Copilot agent got a little bit stuck or something didn't quite work and I had to reprompt. But accounting for all of those, these are sort of the major prompts that I used to create this front end. So what does it look like when we run the application? Here's what it looks like, including the styling that I asked for, which is in the style of Home Depot, which is where the orange comes from. And you can see I have all of the entities represented, like the headquarters and branches. Now, branches belong to headquarters. So if I click edit, you'll see there is actually a drop down here that populates with the parent entity. And I can, of course, add and delete and edit all of the entities here. So it's fairly simple, but I was able to get this going really, really quickly. And like I said, just used English. So no code at all. There's about 3,500 lines of code in the repo altogether between the front and the back end, including Docker files and Docker Compose files and all of the styling and HTML and all the TypeScript and all the tests. So a fair amount of code. I would say altogether this took around about 5 hours or so altogether. And it was mostly smooth. Again, a couple of bumps where I had to iterate a little bit with Copilot agent, but overall, this is completely natural language created. Hope that gives you some inspiration for what you can do with agent mode.